of understand this on a different level. So we don't want to be stiff and we don't want to be, rigid in our networking. We just want to just say, this is what's happening for me. This is what's going on. I'm always very, very honest in my own ascension and my own business in that when energy is tough, when things are going on for people, if I'm feeling it, I know damn sure that you're feeling it as well. If I'm on the floor just going, fuck off, I don't know why this is happening to me, or you're feeling a funk in the morning and you haven't got your head straight, you haven't got your mindset straight, that's where we need to be able to come in from. We want to be able to say, my mindset's not working. I need to get this straight. We need to tell a different story and we need to feel how it feels from the other end. We need to feel how it feels from the other end, like, that's what it feels like when everything's working out well. So we get our frequency straight and we get to know what's going on. We need to know how we come back into our power in our business and who we truly, truly are. So I don't want to make this a great big long introduction or anything like that, but it's just so nice to meet other women who are in business. We sit alone in our homes. We are marketing. We are projecting. We are going out there and we're trying to meet people and we're trying to find out new ways to sort of, get people involved and connect with people, have those conversations. So this is basically all of it. This is like allowing you to speak out loud about what your business actually is, what you actually do. The truth that most women have been shut down in their intuitive ways because we've gone into forcing business to work. My attitude, my angle for this is like, what if you just could stop forcing? What if you could just stop all the pressure on yourself? And that's where, these little sections in the month where I'm going to ask some powerful questions for you to just sit in and reveal to yourself what is going on. So I'm going to keep this very short. It's not we're going to stay on the phone for hours. We can, at some point just think, okay, I need just to have someone else that I know is working at the same time with me. We can have we can have a stream going on. We can have Zoom open or something like that. Sometimes you just need the support and someone in the background who's going to say, right, now you've got an hour to do what you need to do. But let's start this week off with, if your business was already working, if your business was already fully working, who would you be today? What are you doing that still doesn't match her? So like if your business is out there and it's working and you've got a steady stream of clients, you've got the money in your bank, you're really, really loving the courses are filling up. Like, who are you being? How are you being? Who are you? I'm just going to give you a couple of minutes to think that through because this is just going to expose the gap between your current reality and your ideal next level. Maybe you can think that the version of you, and I had this song in my head, yes, and Monday, and it was someone that I used to know. I think it's Gotcha. I can't remember the name, but I had to look it up. It was just in my head, in my head, in my head, in my head. Imagine that you are walking into a different version of yourself. So, like, this is your old version of yourself. If you've known me for a while, you'll know that I do that. This is the old version of yourself. This is where you are struggling, pushing, putting things forward, trying to run your business, try, 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 try. And this is where everything is just like all your dreams have come true. This is how you've visioned it. This is how you feel about it. And it's all working through. You would look back at your old self and say, that was someone that I used to know. You would look back at your old self and think, that was me in an old relationship with myself, with my business, with a house that I used to live in. You see the difference that you would be operating in a different way. So I'm going to ask you that question again and just take a few minutes to sort of just copy down, jot down what's important to you and what's going to come out of that particular question. So if your business was already working, who would you be being today? So that can come up like, what are you doing? What are you thinking? In your business in its fullest working version of itself, who are you being? And then we can share that a little bit. So I would say I think you just feel more relaxed. I think you just feel more fun. I think you feel more jolly. You're going outside more. You're not sitting and trying to make things work more. You're just more relaxed and you've got more freedom. Freedom is a word that a lot of people use. And that word then comes up and that feeling then comes up because things are going really rather well. You're not struggling so much. You're free. Freedom is when things are working out really, really well. Freedom is when you can manage your mindset, you can manage how you feel, and that's the freedom. So just think about that question for a minute. You can jot that down and use it for yourself later. The second question, because sometimes we just need to sort of, just hear what other people are saying. We just want to know what's going on for ourselves. Where am I still trying to prove, to push, to control, instead of trusting, leading, and receiving? So this reveals where your energy is blocking your growth. You will feel the energy on the inside. Where am I still trying to prove myself? Where am I still trying to push things forward? Like push. You'll feel that in your stomach. You'll feel that in your body. You'll feel the push of it and the control. And that would be from this version of yourself, someone that you used to know, that's down here on the working hard spectrum. And then when everything's working out really, really well, how are you trusting? How are you being the leader? And how are you receiving? But I want you to just feel into what that feels like in your body. So, where am I still trying to prove, push, and control? Maybe you're trying to improve your intelligence. Maybe you're trying to prove that your course works. Maybe you're trying to prove that you've got it. Maybe you're trying to, so just feel where that feels in your body and just then feel the push and the control of that. Like this has to work. Feel whether it feels like in your body. And then go to the other version of you, the new version of you that you're stepping into, and say, now you're trusting, you're leading, and you're receiving. And feel how that feels in your body. It's very, very, very different feeling. And if the world responds to you, if you are creating your business and the world responds to you, this is all about creation, you will notice the feeling in your body, which will be something that will either stop or allow you to receive. So if you're going to want to create your business, you need to get into that trust feeling, the leadership feeling. Everything's going well. You're more relaxed. I'm just getting there's more rhythm. And then the third question, what would shift immediately if I fully trusted that my business responds to me and how I acted today? If your business is responding to you, if the world around you responds to you, which is your creation ability, what would shift immediately if I trusted that my business responds to me? So this is your invitation. Every month that we're just going to have these network meetings, we're just going to allow people to come through and tell who they are, how they're doing. And we're going to have these powerful questions that just allow you to see where are you slightly off, where are you feeling it's working, and this is the intention. So the intention is also that you want to carry on and do this for yourself. You want to really dive into this. And this is where manifest your business really, really works. This is creating your new reality. I'm sitting with you for 3 to 6 months, actually working out every single thing, every single question that comes up. So we can feel into it, like where's the best place for you to do your marketing? What is it best to do your course on? Where are your clients? What are your clients wanting from you? We're feeling into this all the time. That is how we create our new reality in our business. So I'm just going to let you feedback a little bit about what came up for you. I'm going to stop the recording, and I really, really want to hear what's going on for you when I ask those questions. If it managed to sort of just show you what the shift would be.